So what we're going to do is we're going to release some information on wolf problems in Kittson County. And before we do that, release some of this data that has occurred during 2017. We're going to talk about, first of all, the law. About 2010, Minnesota Statute 3.737 Subdivision B, it talks about that a livestock producer, in order to get compensation for a wolf kill, they can contact their local game warden at that time. We wanted to add a service and an availability for our livestock producers to have maybe a little bit easier route and contact the local sheriff. We moved to get the law changed. The law was changed, and it wasn't that the game wardens are doing a bad job. They were doing just fine, but we wanted extra service for our livestock producers to help take care of them, and we had the law changed in about 2010, and it says the sheriff's office may also investigate wolf kills. But again, you can look at the law up to see its exact reading. So we went to a 2-hour class on how to investigate wolf kills, and we've been answering wolf complaints ever since, as well as the local game wardens. So now, in 2017, we've been busy running around investigating wolf kills, and we've got a lot of data that we'd like to share with the public. So Matt, I asked you to contact our local livestock producers. How many did you contact?
I contacted 40 cattle farmers in the county.
Okay, and so we've put together a map here. You and I have put this map together to show and explain the data that you've uncovered by contacting these livestock producers. We have a legend here on the map, and right here we've got different colors of pins: blue, red, green, orange, and it says what these are for. So Matt, could you please explain the blue pin for me and tell me what you found out there?
The blue pins represent wolves trapped by the federal trapper in our county this year from January 1st up until now. Red pins represent confirmed cattle kills by wolves.
And red being confirmed means that a deputy went out there and he investigated the wolf kill and found out that he believes it was a wolf, signed off, and on the red pins, the livestock producer, he does get a check of for compensation for that lost calf.
Yep.
Okay, so green pins on the map state what?
The green pins are representing either calves or cows that were found dead by farmers, but the farmers didn't report them to us.
And some of the reasons for the farmers not reporting them is they didn't really understand the procedure, if there was compensation, or if they could report it, they didn't know.
Correct.
So how many green pins are there on the map where farmers just didn't understand the law and didn't really report it?
15.
But they believed it was a wolf kill.
Yes.
And if these farmers would have reported it, had we have gone out, they would have gotten compensated for that calf.
Most likely, just from what they've been telling me, it was very consistent with what with wolf predation.
Okay, so we've got orange pins on the map. So these little orange pins, if we look over here east of Lake Brunson, we get out to a farm out here, we've got 3 red pins. The red pins again are calves that we investigated, and they were killed by wolves. There was 21 of them in the county, but 3 in this area. These blue pins are indicating what again?
Wolves trapped.
The federal trapper called as a result of us doing an investigation, and the federal trapper went out there and caught how many wolves in that little circle?
9.
9 wolves were trapped there. So we've got these orange pins on here. That's what we were getting to. These little orange pins indicate what?
Those are calves or cows that are just missing. The farmer, there's no remains of them. They're just gone.
So the cattle farmer turns his calves out in the spring. They've had their shots. They're on their mom. They're nursing well. They're tagged. They're recorded in their inventory. The cattle farmer brings his calves home in the fall, and he's missing calves, and the orange pins indicate they're just missing.
Right.
Do the cattle farmers think maybe this calf could have died of scours? What do they think happened to these missing calves, the orange pins?
On all these ones, they believe it was from wolves. They're gone. You know, some of the farmers knew of some animals that had died naturally, and they weren't counted in this little study here.
And if a calf dies naturally, the cattle farmer reported to, well, we do find a calf dead. It maybe had the scours or something happened. We find it was sick. It didn't get carried off. We find a tag and a carcass. But these calves are just simply everything's missing.
Right.
And that's consistent with what we're seeing at the wolf kills. They'll carry off most of the calf in one night, and we just go out and find a fresh bone and wolf tracks or wolf scat with hair in it, and we sign off it was a wolf kill.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so in Kittson County, the total of the ones we investigated was 21. Red. Confirmed investigated kills was 21. Okay, and we've got cattle missing was 118, and 15 of them that didn't get reported. That totals up to how many calves? 154 calves were missing or confirmed killed by wolves or not reported because the farmer didn't know the law in Kittson County, 154.
Yep.
And I called and I got the average payment out for the year. The average payment on these 21 was about $1,000 a head throughout the year. So that totals $153,000 of lost revenue in Kittson County by our local livestock producers. And so these guys work so hard, they work long hours. And so here we've got a situation where basically we've got a thief coming in and stealing their calves, and there's really not much we can do because they just can't find the calves. So I appreciate all this data that we put together. We'd love to help these cattle farmers. And now we're sitting and studying this map. Let's go around it again here real quick. So here we are in the Carlston area. We've had 2 blue pins. How far is this out of the Carlston city limits?
Just outside the city limits.
And that means there were 2 wolves caught just outside the city limits?
Yep.
Trapped and killed. East of Carlston on Highway 9, 4 wolves caught, 3 confirmed kills, and a bunch of missing calves. Crazy. How about west of Carlston? What do we got here? How many wolves? 2 miles out of town.
Yeah, well, 4 right in this area here, 4 wolves trapped.
And we got 4 confirmed cases that we investigated, and we've got missing calves all over the place here. We move up north of Lancaster. Let's go up there. North of Lancaster, we've got a farm up here. Tell me what the story is there.
He had 2 confirmed kills, 1 wolf trapped, and 6 calves missing.
And the 6 missing calves that he had, he doesn't get a penny for them, does he?
Nope.
He's out $6,000. $6,000 that could have been spent locally in our little local economy. In looking at the statistics for the state, Matt, what did you find out about the number of wolf problems that we're having? Where do we rank in the state of Minnesota?
As far as wolves trapped in the state, Kittson County ranks number 2. As far as how many calves or cattle were killed by wolves, I believe we're ranking number 1.
Okay, and we've got another farm here east of Lake Brunson. You got some statistics over a 6-year time period, how many wolves were trapped here over the last 6 years. The farmer told you the number and you were shocked.
Right, 69 wolves were trapped right out here in the last 6 years.
69 wolves on one farm. Do you have any statistics on that across our nation? One farm having 69 wolves trapped in 6 years? That's got to be up there near the top end of it.
Right, I would think so.
That's a lot of wolves. So the reason we want to put this data out there is to let people know we've got a problem in Kittson County. The wolves are eating our young, hardworking livestock producers out of house and home. We're upset about it. And I wonder, and I try to predict the future. So we got these young, hardworking farmers. They're out working, trying to make a living. They own the livestock, and all of a sudden, they're frustrated and they shoot a wolf. And all of a sudden, someone's going to want them charged with shooting a wolf, and they're trying to protect their livelihood. That's going to be a disastrous scenario. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want that to happen. So I feel, as the sheriff, that our federal government that passed this law, they've really let us down. I believe that this wolf situation should be handled by our state DNR. Let them regulate these wolves, and they'll do a good job. But right now, under federal protection, our cattle farmers, their hands are tied. And how does our federal government have the right to say, you guys can just eat these losses, they're federally protected, and we'll pay you compensation if you can find the calf. But as this reports, there's 118 of them missing, and there's 0 compensation. Are these 40 cattle farmers that you spoke to, are they upset at all? How are they feeling about this?
Absolutely. All of them are in favor for a season to go hunt them. You know, just something to get the numbers down.
And have some local control over the wolf population. This is the stats in Kittson County. It's what we've found, what we've seen. And so we're just letting the information out there. We're not happy with the system as it is. We're very happy to go investigate and work for these farmers and try to help them out and find these calves. If you're a farmer in Kittson County and you have a wolf kill, please give us a call. We're going to come out and exercise this law that says we can investigate. We're going to do our best to help find a wolf track or something to pin this on the wolf. If it was a wolf, we want to prove it. If it wasn't a wolf, we want to prove that too. We're happy to go investigate these cases. We would love to see the law changed so it goes back to state control. This is good information for the public, and we thought we'd share it with you on Facebook. Anything else to add to this video, Matt?
I think that's about it.
We're going to do this same map next year, and we'll see what the results show. Thanks for listening.